Hi everyone! I am out here at Dusty Trails. We'll give it a couple minutes for people to get on, and we have some exciting things to talk about today. Dusty's on his way. He's picking me up in the Ranger, and we're gonna go see something new. So my name is Kat, and I am the program specialist here in North Platte, and today we're going to be talking to Dusty about horses and ranch life and all kinds of fun things. So let me put it on Dusty and he'll tell us what we're going to do today.
Alright, good morning everybody. Another beautiful day. It is a little bit breezy, so I hope everybody can hear. There'll be a little bit of wind whistling in the mic, I'm sure. Glad to have you again. Last week we was over at the ranch seeing all the babies. That was a lot of fun. I got to travel around with B, so that was really cool. We're going to head over to the Buffalo Bill Ranch. Last week we were at the Rockin' Horse Ranch. We're going to head over to the Buffalo Bill Ranch. It's just across the road over here. And there's a new baby over there. Did you tell them what it was yet? Alright, we'll let it be a surprise. Let's go check out the new baby over here. By new baby, it's probably 4 or 5 days old now. It's been a couple days. We haven't had you out here to go over and see it yet, but it's just a few days old. So we're going to start the Ranger. It's going to be a little bit loud. Here we go. For those of you that were here last week, you know this is the same Ranger. We drove around in the pasture, looked at all the babies out there. So springtime's fun around the ranches. There's lots of babies everywhere we go. My daughter's been traveling around to a lot of brandings and helping all the different ranchers work all their calves. So it's that time of year.
It would be neat to see one of those.
It would be. I thought about that too. I thought about doing a video on a live feed on a branding. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
So the Buffalo Bill Ranch here, we're coming in on the back side, so you're kind of seeing the workshop, but over there's the barn and all. Let's see, where is this baby?
It's right there. See it?
Oh, there it is. Let's see, maybe we should go around this way then. It's all stretched out, enjoying the morning sun. So this was last year's baby, and this is Mama right here, and there you can see the baby laying right there with the bull, the dad right in the background. Look how light colored he is. Can you see that?
Yeah. Big brother just stood in the way.
Listen to Mama snorting. That's her unhappiness, or with us being close, kind of her warning, stay away. There, she's going to get the baby up. Isn't that cute? They don't look anything alike, do they?
No. Now is this one, we don't know what this one is yet, or is it
It looks like it's a heifer.
Alright, so that means it's a girl.
Yes.
She got up a lot quicker, huh, than this one did last year.
Well, yeah, I think it was still several hours getting up for some reason. I think it wasn't as quick as you would normally like him to. So not near as bad as this guy was, though. He was almost an entire day before he finally got up. We were worried about him surviving because they need to get up and nurse within the first few hours of being born in order to survive usually, so that's important. But
he's got cute little horns.
Yeah, I have pictures of me holding this one last year because I had to grab him and pull him through the fence and pick him up, and I tried to help him stand up and stuff.
It's a she actually. That's a little heifer calf as well.
Oh.
So they've got two. Oh, and I think that's a heifer calf over there. That's 2 years ago. So we've got 3 years in a row right here. These are all of their babies for 3 years in a row, and she's had heifer calves for 3 years in a row. I'll be darned.
I could have sworn she had a boy, or we thought it was a boy last year.
I was thinking it was too, but I just guess I don't remember. But yeah, it definitely is a heifer.
I'm going to zoom in on that baby again since he's kind of facing us. Monica says hi, and Shauna says hi from Blair.
Well, hello. What a cute little thing.
He is totally just looking at us too.
Boy, the bull looks big and dark back behind there, doesn't he? He's huge.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, so that's the new baby here at the Buffalo Bill Ranch. I believe it's about 5 days old.
So what were the names again? Do you remember? I know
Taco.
that, yep, Mama is Taco, right?
Yep.
And then Dad's PB.
Yes, PB.
For peanut butter.
I guess so.
And then, was it Cupcake?
That was one of our goats, wasn't it?
Oh, I don't remember.
We had a goat named Cupcake.
Oh, that's right.
I don't remember what they called
Oh,
it.
because we had a cupcake and a sprinkles. That's right.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what they named them. The ladies that work here at the ranch usually come up with some sort of name for them.
Yeah. She's still snorting over there.
Yeah. Their heads just look so awkwardly big.
They do.
Not on the calf. The calf looks perfectly proportionate.
He
Just looks
does.
super cute. Just like a cow calf. But they sure grow up funny. Well, there we go. There's the baby of the day.
All right.
And while we were gone, Elise was getting her horse saddled so we can take you back over to the stables. And Elise is going to show you a little barrels and poles, a little timed event action. So
cool.
We'll go help her get set up, and we'll clock her, see how fast she is. This is the Buffalo Bill Ranch. We just will do a cruise through here. Maybe some of you haven't been here before. This is a part of our everyday life around here. Sometimes we kind of take it for granted. There is people that haven't been here. If you haven't, you should. Absolutely wonderful history of Nebraska. Buffalo Bill played a major part in building and starting a lot of different things here in Nebraska and surrounding states. But this is his big, beautiful barn. This was his horse barn. Had lots of stalls in here, lots of stud stalls. They had a lot of stalls in here for their team horses. They could store a lot of winter feed in the haymow. Big, huge barn. Beautiful place. Lush and green. They do such a nice job keeping this place. This here they call is the duck pond. And Scouts Creek runs right through here, right through the ranch, so it has flowing water, open water year-round, which I'm sure is exactly why they chose this spot to build.
Yeah.
Having flowing water in the late 1800s flowing through here would have been quite the amazing thing. What's that sign say there?
I don't know. Let's see. Scout Creek Nature's provider to the Cody's. In the 1890s, Scout Creek played an important role in the Cody's lives. Duck Pond was established by the Cody's as a means of better utilizing Scout Creek. The Cody's used the pond for recreational activities such as hunting, fishing, and swimming. It also delivered an endless supply of fresh water for livestock. Today, the creek and pond supply a variety of wildlife, including ducks, heron, geese, muskrats, beavers, raccoons, frogs, turtles, and many types of fish. Duck Pond is also provided also provided a natural source of food, water, and refrigeration to the family and staff. Each winter, the staff used tools such as ice saws and ice plows to harvest blocks of frozen water that were then packed with straw for insulation and stored in a specially designed ice house. This technique kept foods from spoiling for several months. Additionally, a diversion ditch allowed creek water to flow through a tub where fruits, vegetables, meats, and dairy products were kept. The constant flow of cool water prevented these products from spoiling, just like a modern-day refrigerator. This system even filtered out debris such as leaves and insects, making it clean to drink. Visit the ice house and barn to view displays on early refrigeration methods and to learn more about life at Scouts Rest Ranch.
Wow.
That's pretty cool.
Super cool. Imagine having one of the only refrigeration systems in the whole area.
Oh.
And you have fresh running water circulating through there year-round from a spring, and that's what kept your refrigerator going. No electricity needed there.
Nope.
So right here in the back is the ice house. It's the underground building, because that's what helped keep it so insulated.
Actually, that's the spring house.
That's called the spring house.
Yeah. I think that one is the ice house. Is it? What is that?
No.
The cob house.
So that's what they kept their stuff for burning, huh?
Yeah.
They burnt cobs in the stove.
Yeah. Corn cobs and coal is what it said.
Yeah, I think that this is, I don't know.
Let's-
Walk over there and see that. I've never been in that back building back there. It's locked, so we can't go in today, but I've always wanted to check that out.
It's the ice house.
This is the ice house.
Huh. It's got that, like, huge door on the side here.
Where they brought the big blocks of ice in and packed them in there.
Yeah.
I'm sure this is a very thick and insulated building. I'd like to see how it's insulated from back that long.
Yeah.
It's not like they wouldn't have typical fiberglass insulation in it. I wonder how they insulate and what it's like.
Straw, maybe, and
I don't know.
didn't they use like peat moss for pillows? So I would think that would probably be a good.
And even just real thick timbers like the log cabins, you just did
Yeah.
really thick timber walls too. So, which this doesn't look like it is. That's what makes me wonder how it's insulated. That'd be odd. I figured it had to be underground, or else, because they claimed that they could keep ice year round. They could go through the entire summer and still have ice in their ice house.
Wow.
I don't know how that could be possible with a building above ground like this.
Right. Well, we don't know if there's steps leading down either.
It could be there could be a basement inside of it too. I don't know.
Yeah.
Huh.
Pretty neat though.
Yeah. Beautiful history. These here, you could see this is where they loaded the cobs into it. These would open up. There was hinges on the top here. This would open up and you'd pull your wagon up here with a team and you would use a cob fork and you would pitch them into there and you'd pile this building up full of cobs. And then on the other side is where you would bring buckets of cobs out at a time, take them into the house and burn them in their stove.
Cool.
And of course cobs, you know, that's the center part of an ear of corn. And so when you take all the corn off the outside, which you make your cornmeal and you feed your horses and you make bread and so many different things out of that corn. Now the cob today just goes out the back of the machine, gets thrown on the ground. We don't do anything with the cobs at all. But they would keep all those cobs, because when they picked corn, they picked it by hand, and you pick the whole ear, and then you put it through a hand grinding wheel that would roll the corn itself off the cob. And so then you would have the leftover pile of cobs, which was useless, and they determined that was very good burning. It was dry and it would store well. It was easy to handle, and you had plenty of it if you were raising corn anywhere. So that's where that came from. Back when they made use out of everything, nothing went to waste.
Yeah, we need to get back to doing that.
So the Buffalo Bill house here, which they call the mansion, is huge. Even today's standards would be a big house. Not near as big as it would have been at the time in the period. In the 1800s, this house would have just been enormous. For somebody to come across the plains to see this, this wasn't just a regular residence. This is more like coming across a big hotel. And they did use this for housing guests and that. At Christmas time, when they decorate it for Christmas at the Cody's, I have heard that they try to put a Christmas tree in every corridor, so every opening, each room, and it takes 26 Christmas trees to decorate this house. Because they have a different tree in every room or space. It might be a hallway space, it might be a corridor, but 26 Christmas trees they decorate this place with. This is absolutely, hands down, the best place to come see at Christmas time.
Oh yeah.
When this house is decorated inside and out, and the barn's decorated, I don't know how many Christmas trees they do in the barn too, bunches. And then
Isn't
they decorate.
there like one in each stall?
I think they do each stall. There's loads, but they put lights up all over the top of the barn, all over the top of the house, everywhere, and in the trees around. This place is beautiful during Christmas time. And then they roast chestnuts down in that cellar that's underground. We bring a team and wagon over and do wagon rides during Christmas time over here. Gorgeous, gorgeous place. What a beautiful house. It has a porch out the back that's a covered porch. And then it's got the porch off of this side here. And then out front, it has the bottom porch and the upstairs porch. And then up top is that third room. Clear up top where you can sit and you can see out 4 windows, all 4 sides, and see all the way around. So it's like a lookout tower up there. Such a beautiful place.
That's where I would sit and read a book.
Yeah, absolutely. That's where I'd sit. Watch the sunset in the evenings. I think it'd just be beautiful up there. Morning sunrises. What a picture.
Now it used to have a white picket fence, right?
Well, I was just going to tell you, Cap. I'm glad you brought that up. The park superintendent just recently told me that they are going to and if you see pictures of it, there's a white picket fence around the front, and I really think it added a lot to it. So I've been told that they're going to rebuild that. And right across the street, oh here, you got the sign of the Buffalo Bill Ranch right there. There we go. State Historical Park.
That looks freshly painted. It looks great.
Yes. They've been doing so much work around here. They're always busy. Doing a nice job. But right across the street is the Wild West Arena, which is so appropriate. This is the statewide annual celebration of Nebraska. They do the big 4-night rodeo. It's a PBR, so PRCA rodeo, not PBR. A PRCA rodeo, so that's a Professional Rodeo Association. Which is perfect to start here because Buffalo Bill is the one who started the rodeo.
Yeah.
He did the first, what we refer to as rodeos now, way back when they started doing the 4th of July celebrations. That was what he came up with. And it wasn't exactly like a rodeo they do today, but it had a lot of the similar events and was set up the same way. Back to the stables here, which is just a great place to be located. Doesn't matter right next to it. We're all about horseback riding and the good old Western experience. Well, let's go find Elise and see what she's up to. Got the barrel set up. get those if you want to jump on your horse. Spin it around so you have a place to sit, Cat, and watch.
Alrighty. There's Rodeo, aptly named for the rodeo fun that Elise has with her.
Yeah.
All
All right,
right.
here is the barrel pattern right out front here. We have the 3 blue barrels. This is also called the clover leaf. If you come over here in the sand, Cat, I'll show you exactly what we're talking about. So, you've got 3 barrels. Can you see that?
Yep.
Right here's your starting line. When you start, it doesn't matter which barrel you go to, but I'll just show you one direction. You go around this barrel, and you have to cross your own path, so you make a complete circle. When you come back to the other barrel, you go the other way and you cross your own path. Come around this one, and you cross your own path. See how this makes a clover leaf?
Mm-hmm.
So that's why they refer to this as a clover leaf. You do the same thing if you go to the other barrel first. You go around this one, and around that one, oops, and around that one, there we go. Makes a clover leaf. So this is the clover leaf pattern that's referred to, but this is the barrel racer, also called can chasers. So, Elise is going to show you a barrel pattern right here. This is her starting line. You haven't been through it yet, have you? No. So, we're going to take it kind of easy the first time through, get the horse a little warmed up, do a nice little trot and lope through. Good control. We do have a muddy spot here, which isn't ideal, so she's going to be careful around that.
You can tell Rodeo's so excited.
She does. She gets super excited. Where she'd be walking with her head down and all calm, when she gets this, she gets to hop and her head's up. She gets super excited. Horses get what we call antsy, where they get excited, anticipating the fun. The horses are super, super competitive. There we go. That was a beautiful clean pattern. And by clean pattern, we're talking about you didn't miss the pattern at all. You went the right direction. You didn't hit any arrows. So this is time. The time starts right when you cross this line and stops when you cross back across this line. You get docked 3 seconds, I believe it is, if you knock over a barrel. You can hit them. It's best if you don't, but if you hit them and it falls over, you get docked points. But if it doesn't fall over, it doesn't count against you. So sometimes you bump them and they'll teeter and they'll stay upright, and that's okay. But only if it falls over. So when he gets back from that, we'll have her run a high-speed one, and then we're going to set up poles. We'll see the next pole bending pattern is what we call that.
Shauna Adams says her daughter loves rodeo and is her favorite.
How could you not love rodeo and all her freckles?
I know, she's so pretty.
She is beautiful. We have to do an equipment adjustment. Adjusting her stirrup. Does everybody know what stirrups are? Now, we haven't talked about saddles and stuff much. These here are stirrups, which you put your feet in. These stirrups are aluminum stirrup with a rubber grip in it, which are nice, aren't they, Elise? You enjoy riding those, don't you? And the stirrup is hung from right here. This is the fender. And then you've got above the fender, you've got the skirt. You've got numerous different skirts. This is a skirt around here. These are called your skirts. Some saddles will have layers in here of different skirts. Anyway, then you've got the seat. You've got the swells, the cantle, the saddle horn. This here's the breast collar, which goes around the chest of the horse here, keeps your saddle from sliding back. You have the front billet and the back billet, which tighten up your front cinch and your back cinch. These are just some of the saddle parts. Why are you snorting?
Because she kept putting her head in the way. She's like, film me!
Look at me, look at me!
I'm a pretty pony.
So, you have rodeo warmed up and ready to go. Alright. So, there's a few tricks to barrel racing. When you come to your first barrel, you're going to the left barrel, right? So when you come to the left barrel, you want to be in the left lead, because when they turn to the left, they travel like this. When they turn to the right, they travel like this.
Ideally.
the right foot is ahead of the left foot, so it's a right lead. When you go turning left, it's a left lead. You travel like that. So when you come up here, you want to start with an arching circle like this to come that way. That puts your horse into that left lead. That way when you get to that left barrel, she doesn't have to do a flying lead change, which will slow you down and they'll stumble when you're trying to do full speed and turning. So you get yourself in a left lead, and you want to be at full speed by the time you cross the line. You don't have to go full. We're not going full speed. We're just going to go faster. Are you sure? But the ground's not worked up. It's kind of hard, and there is a little bit of a wet spot here. So we don't want Elise or Rodeo to get hurt. So she's going to do this fast, but she's not full speed by any means, okay? All right. This back stretch we call the home stretch. This is where I say, bring her home, E, bring her home. There we go. That was a beautiful run.
Yeah, it was, except for the barrel.
It wasn't real clean. Rodeo was skipping and hopping a little bit. She did stumble at the one barrel. So, you know, it wasn't a beautiful, clean run, but it was still fun, wasn't it, E? And now Rodeo is super excited. So to calm her down, she keeps her moving, but she just moves her in a circle rather than just hold her back and try to make her stop. They get all that pent-up energy and excitement and anxiety, and by holding her back, she actually gets more worked up. This is kind of like if you run a race really hard and you want to put your hands up over your head and you just walk and get your breath back. That's better for you than just trying to stand still or bending over. So that's what we're doing here. Let her get herself calm back down. They get a lot of adrenaline going through their veins. So you don't want to just hold them back. You want to keep them walking, keep them moving. Keep those muscles relaxed. Look how many muscles are on that horse. That horse is built with a lot of muscle. So you want to keep that moving, get some oxygen flowing through there, and get them relaxed. So.
Because they can get muscle cramps,
right?
Oh,
absolutely, and, they do, for sure.
Heat exhaustion and things like that.
Absolutely. Yep, so we want to keep them well hydrated. We try to keep salt in front of them, which helps keeps their muscles hydrated. And we try to warm them up. So we exercise them for some before we work real hard to get those muscles warmed up. And it's just as important, and maybe more so important, is after they've worked to continue moving them and walking them around to cool them down. So very important. Every time we ride, every time we start out with a walk and we warm up and we do some trot and we work into it gradually before we take off. And any time after we work them, the harder we run and the longer they work, the longer we need to spend cooling that horse back down and walking them calm. Get their breathing back relaxed. Give them time to cool down if they worked up a sweat and that kind of stuff. So it's important, just like if you were out running, you do some stretches and warm up, that kind of stuff. So it's important health. E, do you want to try it again? Yeah. All right, I get to be the can chaser. I'm going to run and set up the can for her.
I think so.
And then I should go next and see if I can beat her.
Yes. Maybe we'll do polls another time.
We'll go to the right barrel.
All right, yeah, let me find my timer here real quick. All right, I have my stopwatch right here. Can you see that? All right, where's the start button here? There we go. My sunglasses on, I can't see anything out here in the sun. All right, we are ready. About biff to the end. Tight corners. Rodeo turns such tight corners around these barrels. Woo! Look at her come. Ready? Are we ready? Woo! That was a good run right there.
Yeah, it was.
23.22. Very nice.
So I've seen some barrels, they have like this 17 seconds printed on the side of them. What is that?
On the barrels?
Yeah. Is the 17 seconds like an optimum speed? Or?
That is yes.
Okay.
That, and we really can't compare this to a 17-second run.
Right.
Because we didn't measure them out.
Right.
We could be spaced out. In fact, I think we are. I think we're spaced out more than what we should be. And the ground's not worked up and soft and things like that. So barrel patterns, in fact, some places you'll go, they're different sizes. And like for the junior events and things like that. And sometimes they just space them different sizes because that's what room that they have in their arena. Like the NFR, their arena is tiny. It's very tight because it's done in an indoor arena opposed to an outdoor arena. And I don't know enough about it to whether they're actually smaller patterns or not. I feel like they are. They look like they are, and they do faster times. It makes me think that they must be. But anyway, we never spaced this out. We at least eyeballed it. We walked about there, set them out. It's a pretty big pattern. So, but typically, if you go to a rodeo event, that 21 seconds to 17 seconds is typically very fast. I think I've watched several rodeos where like 18 something actually just won the rodeo.
Okay.
17 that's probably, that's kind of would be a goal, is to run a full pattern in 17 seconds. I think that'd be super fast. So. Well, do we have time to introduce them to the full bending pattern?
I'm sure we can.
Well, let's do it.
We can take a couple extra minutes.
9, 17.
What?
9.
7.
So, Shauna Adams asked, and maybe you can answer this, I'm sure you can.
Okay.
What horses compete and what do they compete in?
Like here?
Yes.
Okay. All of the horses, we do a horse show academy every year. And so we have, 20-something kids, and all the horses that we have can pretty much do anything. But I know Dusty and his kids used to actually compete on Josie and Keisha. It's team sort. That's what they would do.
And what is team sorting?
We have cows in 2 different pens, and you have to select certain cows and move them into the next pen without cows that aren't supposed to go by.
Okay, so you can't have like 10 cows numbered 1 through 10, and like a judge will call out like number 4, and then they have to move number 4 from one pen to the other.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Talked about it, penning or sorting.
We had a question about what horses here compete and what do they compete in, and she was saying about how you used to compete with Josie and Keisha.
Rodeos competed
And
several
rodeo.
times.
Oh, sorry.
Morgan. There's quite a number of them actually who competed in several of those events. Yeah, there's more than that, but pennings and sortings are two different deals. You're sorting cattle, but the penning, you've got a big arena about the size of this right here, and you'll have 30 head down at the other end, and you'll go down and you'll sort out three critters that have the same number. You'll bring them to the other end and you'll pin them in a small pen. Time stops when the last critter's in there, so that's a time event deal. The sorting is 2 round pins put together, so a figure 8's got a gate in the middle there, and you've got 10 critters on one side, and you have to sort them in numerical order from one side to the other. If you get them out of order, you're disqualified. Your time stops when you get the last one across. So it's another speed event deal. Yeah.
Oh, so they start, like they can say start, like they'll say number 4, and then you have to go
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, 1, 2, 3.
Okay, gotcha.
So they'll and each time they draw a different number. So you always start with every team starts with a different number, and you just have to go work your way through. It gets really confusing. Sometimes you get messed up because you start with 6, and then I don't know. Sometimes all of a sudden you're out there in your rush, adrenaline is going, and you go for 5 next. It happens a lot.
Really?
It really does. Instead of going for 7, and then you go for 9, and then you go to 1 instead of 0 or something. It does. It happens a lot. It's that adrenaline gets going. We all get excited. So, Elise, which way are you going to go? You don't have much room on this side down here. Are you going to go from there down?
Probably.
Okay. So we're going to be down here at the far end. So she's going to start. Can you see me right here?
Yeah.
She's going to start down there. And the starting line is a little bit before that first cone. you come a straight line all the way down to the end. You go around this end one and you'll weave your way down to the last one. You go all the way around it and then you'll weave your way back. And when you come around, if you did the pattern right, you'll actually go straight down to the other side. So she'll start coming down one side, weave, and finish by going down the other side. So you, again, your start line is down there where she's at, and the finish line's down there where she's at. And this is the pole pattern. They call it pole bending because you actually lean in close to them poles and you might actually flex them poles and move a little bit without knocking them over. And usually we're just using cones, but typically there's a 6 foot tall or 7 foot tall pole that sticks up out of those. Then you have a chance of knocking them over with your feet or your knee or something like that, but we just use cones for practice here. That was the pattern.
Yep.
All right, that was a beautiful pattern, E. Let's see a little speed this time. Here we go. And go.
Your ranger's howling. Oh!
Very last final pull she knocked over. But that was a good run. Nice job, E. Well, there we go. And that takes us over time like we always do, don't we? We always have so much fun out here that we just run out of time every day.
We do.
Every day is like that. We show up early and we stay late. I feel like I get out of here a little later every single day. The sun sets and we're still here. So, but thank you everybody for coming out. Thanks, Kat. It's good to see you again.
And thank you. Thank you for doing this every week for us.
Yes, it's a lot of fun.
We really appreciate it, and I know the girls just love seeing you.
Well, it's good to do it. I look forward to doing more. We'll hopefully do some virtual camps and all sorts of fun things like that.
Yeah.
I hope to see all these girls at the real camps. We're going to be
yes.
hands-on out here. You can be the one riding these horses and doing this stuff. So I really am so excited to get our summer underway and start camps and start seeing faces.
Me too.
In person.
Yes.
So,
me too.
All right.
Me too.
Thank you, Kat. Appreciate it.
Sure. Thank you, Dusty. Well, thank you for coming out today and watching. Don't forget to tune in this afternoon for your for the information about Real Life Academy. And you'll be talking to a girl who has actually participated in Real Life Academy. So tune in at 2 o'clock for that, and we will see you soon. Have a great day. Stay safe. And as always, have a wonderful day. Bye.